Hi, today I'm going to show you a very easy way to make spring rolls or egg rolls. Some people call them egg rolls, some call them spring rolls. For this recipe you will need 3 cups of ground pork, about 12 pieces of green onion washed and cut up into smaller pieces, 1 big whole white onion cut up, some seasoning salt, ground black pepper, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, 3 cloves of garlic minced, and then you would need spring roll wrapper pastry. There are different varieties of the spring roll pastry, but I prefer to use this one. You can use lumpia wrap and others. And you will need 4 cups of any cooking vegetable oil. For this recipe I'm doing ground pork because it tastes really good, but if you prefer you can do only ground beef, ground turkey, or ground chicken, or if you want you can do a combination of half ground pork, half ground beef, or half ground pork, half ground chicken, depending on what you want or what you have available. So I'll put this in here and try to stir it constantly to prevent lumps, so that after the cooking process you have smaller pieces of the cooked meat. This has been cooking for about 10 minutes. If you can make the spring roll or egg roll with the raw ground meat, but I prefer to cook it before I put it in the wrapper. Makes my life a little easier. If you use the raw ground pork and you don't seal up the wrapper properly, all the oil gets really dead. So I've put in the minced garlic and the nutmeg. Now I'm putting in the onion, white onion and green onion. You can add some carrots or any vegetables of your choice. Add some pepper and salt to taste. It's a lot of meat. And I'll reduce the heat to low. So since this is going to be going into heated oil, I'm actually just going to turn it off. So after cooking for about 12 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, I'll take it off. Make sure there's enough salt. That was good. I'll put in some black pepper. You can add red chili pepper if you want. So this is ready to be put into the spring roll wrapper. Now that I've finished making the mixture for the spring roll wrapper, I would put the 4 cups of oil on medium to low heat. Whilst that is heating up, I'll take about a tablespoon of all-purpose flour, mix it with some water. This is supposed to be used to seal the ends of the wrapper after you put in the meat. So I'll stir this up, and the consistency should be okay. As in, this is about good. Then I'll open up my my spring roll wrapper here. There are 20. When you take them out, you first divide it into half. It's a great idea to put the remainder back in the plastic or cover it up with some paper towels. And in separating, you have to be really careful because they're really thin. It takes quite a bit of time. So I'm going to show you how to separate these and put the meat inside. This is a very easy thing to do. So depending on how big you want the egg roll, I like it a bit bigger. So you just fetch a bit of this and try to fold it this way a number of times, and then flap this side over, flap this over, and roll it again. When you get to the end, you use this to seal the ends. So this is an easy thing to do. I'll show you how to do a number of them. And the best thing about this appetizer is you can cook the ground meats this way and freeze them in Ziploc bags for later use. Fold it this way, and continue to fold. You just need to make sure the edges are sealed properly. If you prefer, you can make a lot of these, roll them up, put them in the freezer, and the day to you're making them, you take them out, put them in the fridge for them to thaw, and then you can cook them anytime. So a very easy appetizer to make for any occasion. You can use ground meat with the vegetables, or you can just use vegetable ones. If you are making only for vegetarians, you don't need the meat inside, so you have a combination of various vegetables that you want. Okay, I'll demonstrate the last one, which is about the fifth one, and show you the end product after it goes into the oil. Flap it this way and roll it up. There you go. You could even involve the kids. It's very easy. I think the oil is hot right now, so you can see the bubbles coming up. So I'll put in about 10. 10, and I will try to stir. I'll fry this until it's light golden brown. Remember that you pre-cooked your meats. That's where that is very important, to pre-cook. If it were raw meat, then you need to cook it longer. But since I've already cooked the meats and the vegetables, my interest right now is to make sure the spring rolls are light golden brown. I've decided not to make too much of the spring roll, so right now I'm going to put the remaining meat into a Ziploc bag. Make sure all the air is out, then I freeze it for later use. So if I want to make some in 2 days, my meat is ready to go. So as you can see, it's a great idea to pre-make these meats ahead of time if you want to hasten your cooking process. So I'll make sure all the air is out, and then seal it and put it in the freezer. I have a plate with paper towels in it, and I think this color is great. If you want it a slightly darker color than this, then you let it fry some more. I think this is light golden brown. So I'll take out all my spring rolls and let the paper towel absorb the excess oil. Then I'll put in the rest. So I did 20. There are 20 in the package. So this can go a long way. Try to separate them when you put them in. And there you have the egg roll or spring roll, and we often serve this with a sweet chili sauce. If the spring roll is well seasoned, you might not even need the chili sauce, but around here we just serve it with sweet chili sauce. And there you have a very quick and easy appetizer in the comforts of your home. This can be eaten with a very light salad on the side.